Hi guys, it's Matt here at M-vapes. This is just a quick look at the new Serpent RTA by Wotofo. Inside the box it comes with a little bag which has two pre-made twisted coils inside. I've used one already. So a little bag of Japanese organic cotton. The usual bag of spare O-rings, full set of O-rings and grub screws, and a little handy tool which I'll get out because I'm going to need that. And this is the atomizer. Okay, let's have a closer look. Now, similar sort of style to most sort of rebuildable atomizers. It has a solid glass windows either side, and it has two airflow slots, one that side and one that side, and fully adjustable. You can close it right off and you can turn it either way. This bottom section is sort of knurled, and this top section just on the edge here is also sort of got a knurled grip on it. It's got quite a wide bore drip tip on it there, just a standard 510 drip tip, and there is the Serpent logo. I don't know if you can see that. Let me focus on that a little bit better. There we go. See, it's just got Serpent engraved on there. Okay, so if we hold that little ring there that's got the Serpent on, and then unscrew that knurled section at the top, then inside there is where you can fill up with your juice. You notice that that section there turns, and if you look inside, it turns the entire chimney section, so that you can decrease or increase the juice flow to the wicks. That's quite a nice little feature. And we'll just take the base off. You can see sort of standard chimney section, very similar to sort of a K-fun style with a conical top, and that doesn't come out. We'll come back to that, I'll show you why. And this is the base. There's a massive airflow in the top there, which goes directly down to those two very large slots, so you've got great airflow there. These are the juice channels. Let's get a little pokey thing. Quite large juice channels there, and the two posts, if you can see, the holes are sort of both at an angle. So when you put the coil in, you'll see I'm going to coil it up in a minute. It sits nice diagonally across that, and you have your wicks coming down into these two channels here. It's a little bit sort of unconventional to how most of them are. You know, you can normally take the chimney out, and then you'd set your wick inside your chimney section, and then screw it on the top part of the chimney, etc. A bit like a K-fun, but it's a little bit different the way it works. That all stays in there. I've had a few tanks through this. To clean it out, I just run lots of warm soapy water inside, give it a good shake, rinse it out, fresh water, rinse it out. I let it air dry. I have wiped around inside with some tissue, but it's a little bit trickier to clean than sort of a conventional atomizer, but no real no real problems there. So let's go ahead and coil it up, and then we can have a vape. Now I'm going to do this all in one take, so bear with me. Let's zoom in a little bit. He says, there we go. And there we go. Right, let's see if we can do this in one take. What I'm going to use is some 0.4 kanthal. That has just unravelled itself. Brilliant. That gives me a job to do later. Right, I'm going to do my sort of standard build, which is 9 turns, 8 or 9 turns. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do 9 turns. And I want the legs opposite to each other. I'm just going to trim these down a little bit. Now, the best thing to do is to have one longish leg and then one really quite short leg. And you'll see why. Poke the long leg through one. Hang on, I need to go a bit shorter. There we go. And you poke the long leg through first, and then you've got room to manoeuvre the short leg into position. There we go. You've tightened up the short one first. Then you can just pull the longer one into place. Don't worry if the coil's sitting a little bit off centre. As you know, we can adjust that afterwards. So just tighten up that one. And now we can just pull that coil around, lift it up a little bit, get it sitting there like so. So we're happy with that. Now the thing I've found, you must make sure that you cut these legs really flush to the posts, because otherwise they will catch on the chimney. Don't think I can cut that one any shorter. No, that's it. Right, 0.73, that'll probably go up a little bit once I put some heat through it. I'll give you a close-up on these coils in a minute once we've just put a little heat cycle through and just pinched them together a little bit. we go. I was aiming for 0.9 of an ohm, which is my sort of preferred vape, and I think we got that. Coil's gone a little bit out of shape on the end, but there we go. Let's give you a close up on this. There we go. Excuse the coil that's gone slightly out of shape. To be fair, I can fix that, can I? I'll leave it. Okay, so as you can see, it sits diagonally across, and if I put a little thing through, you can see that that lines up with the two juice channels each side, you see. Right, let's go ahead and wick it up. Just going to use some of our standard cotton for this. Same sort of procedure as you would any other rebuildable atomizer, just pull it through, a little twist, not too tight. Like so. Now here's the thing that's slightly different to other ones, is before you do any trimming of the wick, just wet the wicks a little bit, mainly on the underside and a little way along, even past where you're going to trim. And what that will do is, when you position them, that just helps them stick down into the channels. So if I just zoom in a little bit, get a bit of focus there. Now we've got these large channels here, one each side. And what we want to do is just pull the wick down, just past the channel. Where the channel ends, there's sort of a little lip there, all the way around. You want to cut just sort of in line with that lip. You kind of have to, you know, guess where it is, but you can always trim a bit more off. Yeah, we'll give that a try. We'll do the same this side. A little bit more. Put a little bit of, dab a little bit of e-liquid just in those juice channels. And then when you sort of position your wick, you see that will sort of stick into place, like so. That's a little bit too long on that side, tiny bit too long on that side, so I'm just going to trim a tiny bit extra off, only a very slight amount. There we go. So we just sort of position those into those little channels like so. There we go, that's perfect. There we go. Let's see if I can get a bit of focus on this. See, so they just butt into the end of the channel, like so. There we go, not too hard at all. A little bit more e-juice on the coil and the wicks. Just give it a final sort of position. There we go. Right. Basically, just screw the bottom of the tank onto the main tank section there. I'm going to take it off this now. Okay, so the base is screwed on. Get this little top section, which has an O-ring on the outside and one on the inside on the thread there, and just hold that top section there that says Serpent, just hold that while you screw that bit in. And then drip tip. Okay, so as you can see, there's a gap between the chimney and the base, so that's pretty much juice flow right open. I'll just give it a few turns. There we go, you see that's shut completely off now. Finding the sweet spot is the key, really. It's not until you've had sort of, you know, half a dozen sort of puffs that you sort of find where the sweet spot is for your preferred juice flow. But it's great that the feature's there. Just going to wipe some of the juice off of this. Before I fill up, what I like to do is just do a little test vape, just to make sure everything's, you know, firing okay. It uses up some of the e-liquid that I've put on there to prime it, so it doesn't get too flooded or anything like that. Doesn't matter if my juice is open or closed at the moment, and that's firing away. 0.9 ohms to knock the wattage down a little bit. There we go. Right, let's give a vape on that. Oh, lovely. Right, so we can, if we're happy with that, then we can go ahead and fill it up. So we just hold that top section again with the Serpent logo and unscrew the whole thing there. And then we can fill up down either side. There we go, that'll do for now. Just hold the bit with the Serpent logo on and screw that lot in. There we go. Just wipe some of this juice off because I've got it all on my fingers for some reason. That's great. That's really nice flavour. Lots of vapour, as you can see. What would I compare it to? It does vape very similar to a K-Fun, but with lots of airflow. If you want to do, you know, sort of your low nicotine juice like 0.3 and do direct lung inhales with this, you can do that. It's fully capable. The airflow's there. If you want to do just standard mouth to lungs on a sort of similar coil build like what I've done, then you can as well. You can have it airy, you can have it shut down. You know, it's capable for both situations, and the vape is equally as good. The warmth of the vapor, it's quite average. It's not, you know, a hot vape. It's not a cool vape. It seems to be sort of just right, really. Having the wide bore drip tip certainly helps. The flavour is brilliant, absolutely brilliant flavour, but you're always going to get nice flavour from this sort of style with that conical chimney section. So overall, I'm quite happy with it. I think it looks nice, beautifully made. It's got this really nice brushed finish on it. I like the little dual windows. It's quite compact in size. This is it next to the U-Well Crown tank. Sorry, I've gone off camera. You can see it's a little bit shorter than that. Looks a little bit more sleek. And what else can we compare it to? This is the Limo 2. Again, little bit shorter. So yes, overall, a nice little rebuildable single coil atomizer. We've got these in stock. They are $24.95 delivered. I hope this video has helped sort of show, well, how I coil it up and wick it up. If you've got any questions, you can always just drop me an email. But that's it for now. Check back for more videos soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.